Bleh.
Science.
Okay, today we're going to talk about the differences between irreversible and reversible changes. Irreversible changes are changes that cannot be reversed, obviously. But what are these changes? Well, there's two different types of changes, physical and chemical changes. Physical changes is whenever you change the object, but not the molecules at the bottom. Chemical changes is whenever you change the chemicals, the molecules at the bottom. For example, if I were to take water and I were to freeze it inside the freezer, that's reversible. I can reverse that just by taking it out and melting it. And the reason I can reverse that is because nothing else is being made. It's not turning into something new. The molecules that make up that water are still there, and they're still just water molecules. So I can freeze them and then take them out and melt them all over again, over and over again. But if I were to take baking soda and I were to put vinegar on it, everything would foam up and it would explode, and that explosion would release a bunch of different gas molecules. In that situation, something new is being made, and that would be a chemical change. And chemical changes are irreversible. You cannot take the new thing that was made from the baking soda and the vinegar and make it back into baking soda and vinegar. It's gone. Same thing happens with things like toast. Whenever you put toast in the toaster, whenever you put your bread in the toaster and you put it to toast, it's frying it a little bit. And that frying, well, not frying, heating it up a little bit. And that heating it up, putting all that heat on it, is changing it on the molecular level where you cannot turn it back into regular toast anymore. It's forever toast now. It will always be toasted. And that would be a chemical change, which makes it irreversible. So, irreversible and reversible changes. Reversible is something that can be reversed into its previous state. Irreversible is something that cannot be reversed back to its previous state. It is now this thing, and will stay that thing. And chemical changes are irreversible. Chemical changes are irreversible, and chemical changes are changes that happen at the molecular level, things that happen to the atoms that make up that thing. And physical changes are reversible. They can be reversed. They can be put back to the original state. But, and physical changes are whenever the atoms are not changing. You're not making anything new from it. You're just changing the way the giant structure that the atoms make looks, basically. You're not changing the atoms or the molecules at the molecular level. And that's the difference between reversible, irreversible changes. So it's cool.